Oh my god, I got a reply. Oh my god.
Got another one.
Don't say it yet.
You got another one?
Start first.
Yeah, I've got another reply.
Oh no.
I told you I wasn't going to go on it until I checked.
No.
No, you read it's not the same one you got last night.
No, of course it's not. It's a new one. It's
Oh
a brand
no.
No.
This isn't.
Oh, yeah.
So this is after you attach the picture.
Yeah.
Oh no.
No.
Oh, yes.
Yeah,
No.
This is still what furry's meant today.
Alright, should I read it?
No,
Yeah.
Go on.
don't read it.
Hi there. Oh, that looks awesome. Yeah, no problem wearing that at a convention. Look
Oh
forward
my
to seeing
god.
you there.
Oh no.
I have 3 replies. Yeah, you see you there. Or looking forward to it too. Awesome, thanks. Alright. Where's fuck off and leave me alone, you creep?
Well,
Get a Bigfoot costume for
that's
like.
not very nice. He's just being enthusiastic about his hobby.
No, he's being fucking weird. That's what he's doing. Fuck it, they're all fucking geriatrics.
No, we can get a Bigfoot
Geriatrics,
costume.
I think you've got the wrong term there. Geriatrics is old people.
Exactly. They're fucking weird.
Are they? They're
What?
just old
I'm
people.
confused.
Yeah, old people. Yeah, they're confused. Exactly, James. James has got it.
What?
What?
Confused.
He said he
Oh.
was confused. What?
You're all
doesn't.
confused.
We're all
Well, yeah, you're calling them a geriatric. It's not like they're a psychopath. If I'm
Now
at
you're getting-
65,
now you-
right, I'm not a psychopath.
Yes,
I might have arthritis.
Yes, you are. Yes, you are.
but I'm not a
Arthur.
psychopath.
Who's Arthur?
Yeah, who's Arthur?
My name is Crystallis. Crystal. Oh, fuck, I messed that up.
Jordan, you know
Crystallis?
the Bigfoot costume that you got the picture of?
Mm-hmm.
You can actually buy that.
Yes, 56 quid.
Yeah, buy it. Yeah.
The website that I clicked on, it's $385.
Oh, I found another one for 56 quid for like a similar one.
Yeah, but no, it was the exact same picture.
What if
So
we
the exact same
all,
one.
right,
All
if we
bought it.
all bought the same Bigfoot costume and just went? we go back to the same people that we all are talking to.
Because
So
it
switching.
says
They
on
would
the
never-
website, you order
Yeah.
and then you send them your measurements.
We all go. We all talk to a person. Then we group up, and then we keep on walking around in circles. And
We walk to that same person again. A different one of us just
Yeah.
walks up to the same. We got like a different voice, and they're like, "Huh? Are you the same
I'm-
person?"
Wait, we won't have a different voice. We'd have a different year.
Yes, yes, a different.
I,
yeah.
I would need a different
That's
gorilla mask. I would need a gorilla mask. Though.
That you see, that's a different thing altogether. isn't it?
Yeah, I know. With an angry dragon.
I wondered if you could go in with a gorilla mask on.
Probably.
Nothing else.
But then that's just
Well,
a Halloween
completely nude.
costume, isn't it?
The real gorilla mask. You know what I'm saying?
I think you get locked up for that.
You don't know.
No,
You don't know.
Shot.
It's just super glue.
At Comic Con, there was a stall where you could write a post-it and put it on a wall. And I wrote, Harambe, always loved, never forgotten. We need to find some more emails for
No.
Jordan there.
We should do an email a day.
Yes. Email a day keeps the fucking
Email a week.
keep an email a week
Keeps the
first-
king star away.
Every podcast we do, you should
What?
email a different...
Right? That doesn't even rhyme.
I thought you were saying king star.
What?
Email a
What
week.
the heck?
An email a
What?
week
Yeah.
keeps Keemstar away.
Hell yeah.
Email a week.
I'm on blog
It's a
TV
week.
with my hands up.
Not starting my fucking self.
Fucking
Whoa! Whoa!
no, I'm
Well,
quoting
I
it.
definitely need
No,
to
Bleeps
he's
are coming
just-
back.
He's
I'm
just
Bleeps are coming back.
acting. He's acting.
Whoa!
I'm acting. I'm
He can say whatever he wants. He's just
Whoa.
acting. Yeah.
Oh,
Wow.
this is gonna have so many bleeps already.
Yeah, I like eating the toes of black people.
and I like cutting the fingers of black people and watching.
Oh,
them.
I've got a
But it's
funny,
fine,
funny
'cause
thing.
I'm only acting.
I don't know if I sent you this picture. I'll try and find it. So it's a
hello. Thank you for rating my dress.
But no one asked for it, you cunt.
Thank you for.
I know it's a good suit. I was just asking.
You should say that. I already know it's good.
I already know it's a good suit. I just wanted to know if it was allowed.
Now I feel so much more confident
About the size of my cock.
Are we a turn?
wow, yeah, jeez.
That would be great. You should say that.
Myself. I'll see you guys there.
In hell.
Wink.
Say you see them in hell for blaspheming.
This is not what Jesus wanted.
It's technically
This is not.
bestiality, isn't it?
That is not what Jesus wanted.
It's technically a bestiality.
I'm gonna get a priest. I'm gonna hire a priest and get him to fucking.
Should.
Can you hire a priest?
Yeah, you get a
For
vicar
what?
as well if you
For
want.
what services?
Vicars are us.
Exorcism on the poor fucking people.
What about a different service?
Rent a vicar today.
Rent a vicar.
He's
Does exorcists.
a chauffeur.
It's probably. I bet you that's the thing, isn't it? Like, it's probably,
Oh,
probably get some bloke to come round to your house.
There's a website called rentarev.co.uk.
Yeah, I'm
Which
sure you
is
could get.
for hire.
I'm sure you could get someone to come around and fuck your kids.
Okay, so I replied and said, "Hello,
Wow.
thank you for rating my suit. I now feel much more confident in myself. I'll see you guys there."
Uwu. You got to put an
My
uwu in
face.
there.
No, I've already sent it.
Oh bollocks. Uwu.
Ew, eh? Alright, now, should we get to our next segment?
No.
No.
Fuck you, Joseph.
Yeah, well, fuck, get out of here, you cunt.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Right, 5 years.
I know.
That's right, cunt.
Alright, so now we're doing spooky stories.
Oh.
Spooky stories.
Spooky. Spooky stories. Spooky stories. Spooky.
I found
Spastic
that
stories.
picture that I wanted to show you guys.
I'm scared already.
Bad news for dyslexics. On the 28th of October, your cock's got black. Oh, that's brilliant. Did you take a picture of that?
No, my boss sent it to me.
Oh, Jesus.
Oh, your boss.
Yeah. It's funny.
It was ooh.
Uwu.
Alright, spooky stories. Who's starting?
Your mum.
No, not me.
Alright.
I don't have one.
Darren, you've got
I'm not
loads.
getting one.
Oh my god, James's name is in here. Okay, I've got to start it.
Download kitty porn. Download the fucking porn. Download the fucking porn. Pedophiles. Kitty porn.
Okay, warning. This contains original characters.
What is
and
this
a
going to
herm-
make me do?
A herm furry
I guess we'll
fox
find
girl.
out. Hell yes.
Okay,
Hell yes.
okay. Warning. This contains original characters and a herm furry fox girl.
No, no.
A furry girl.
Who made it? Who made it?
Haruhara Sanako. This is
Okay.
You know that's like a dude. I bet you that's a dude. Dude's written this.
and it
Look,
has,
let's not take the piss out of them, alright?
Alright,
Let's hear it first.
They made
This is-
they made a story for us.
No,
I mean,
but I mean,
well,
come
not
on.
I mean not for us, but
If they've got like
you know.
some Japanese girl-sounding name, it's
Oh,
definitely.
this is it.
we've
No,
got to
no,
credit
no, no,
them
no, no, no,
either
no.
way. We have to credit them.
The people
so.
in their thing.
It's definitely
It's,
a dude.
it says here, this is an original story. It is about Sam and James, two furries
Oh
in
boy.
love.
Oh boy.
Thing is,
Ooh.
Sam is not sure if she wants to
Oh
back her
man.
boyfriend because
This is
she
already
is a
getting me
herm.
rock solid.
What's a herm? What's a herm?
I don't know.
I need to look it up.
Jesus Christ.
Meaning. A squared stone pillar with a carved head on top.
Okay.
Wait, what does Urban Dictionary say? To harm someone is to literally do something all the time or be obsessed with something. It's Liverpool slang. Oh,
Right.
it's both
Okay.
male and female sex organs. Okay. Now that makes a bit more
That
sense.
makes a bit more sense. Right. Now we got that out of the way.
Rated fiction M.
Oh
Mature.
no.
There's 4 chapters. I'm not going to read.
M for mature.
Just gonna read the first chapter. Warning: this contains original characters and a furry fox girl who turns into a furry girl with just breasts and a male penis. If you do not like this kind of story, go away. I do not.
I love how they have to
Okay.
say that.
I'm gone. I'm gone then.
Or anything in the comments, or I will make sure to delete them somehow or report you. So he doesn't accept
Somehow.
Somehow. You can't even delete them.
Yeah, it's like, well, one of these days I'll get you meddling kids.
I'm gonna
I don't think
tattoo
he
it on your
wants kids
forehead,
on his.
bitch.
I don't think I want kids reading this.
No, you'd probably get arrested if there were kids on that.
Yeah, that'd be way too.
Oh, actually, they might join in. I don't know.
Okay. So he doesn't accept criticism.
Well, what's the point in that then?
Exactly.
Huh?
How are you going to improve your
How's
craft?
he going to learn? How's he going to learn without criticism? What if I don't think the furry's dick is big enough?
I bet you he's the type of guy who cries if you don't accept his political opinion.
It's probably because he's got a small dick.
Yes. Okay, let's start it.
He's compensating for something.
Okay, it's straight up goes
His
up with
slightly smaller nipple.
And it's not the loss of his dad, that's for sure.
Alright, what I'll do is I'll screenshot it and I'll put it in a thing so we can do it. We can read paragraph by paragraph between all of us.
No, that's gay. It's your story. You have to read it.
Yeah,
No,
you have
but-
to read it. Yeah, what the hell? It's like when you have, in school and you're reading a book and you go around the class and then you get to that one spastic
Yeah,
kid.
you get stuck with a
Can't read.
dyslexic kid.
Yeah, that's what's going to happen. And
someone
that
wants to read
dyslexic
it,
kid will be
then they
me.
can. How about that? If you want to join
Oh
in,
no!
you can.
Oh no! What the fuck? Okay, I
What?
shouldn't have read too far down. What the
Oh,
hell?
clearly.
You know what? I will participate in this one thing. I'll be good.
You'll be the moderator.
I'm the moderator.
Alright, just tell me when it gets a bit too far.
Wait, hold on.
Okay,
Are you
alright.
going to send it in the thing?
Oh right, you're gonna read paragraph by paragraph.
Yeah, I can do. Yeah,
Okay, cheers.
it's all right. But I'm dyslexic, so my I can't read properly.
So your cock's gone black, has it?
Yes. I can confirm nor deny that.
There we go.
Well,
Oh,
Jesus
I'll find
Christ.
out.
Just press open original and you should get the whole thing.
Yeah, it's opening in yeah, there we go. Okay.
There you go. Okay,
Just let me
Sam.
take that on top.
Okay, I'll read the first thing. Sam sighs as she sits down on her boyfriend's bed with her foxtail
Fuck,
wagging.
is it that long? What is this?
They decided to go home
Oh,
or
God.
to his house for the day, and she wanted to actually have sex for one.
For once.
well,
How long have they been to fucking together?
For once, though.
The thing is, he had to go get what? He had to go get so-called ready.
No, you're the dyslexic one. Jeez.
Yeah, my God.
I think the guy who made it's the
That's
dyslexic
not,
one.
that's not nice. No.
Like they could have put
I feel
the-
bad for that joke now.
and change or take a quick shower or something. She sighs and shakes her head. The thing is, she wanted to tell him before they had sex that she was a herm. She had a pair of beautiful, large, double-sized breasts.
There's no need for that.
A vag and a long, thick 18-inch dick.
Okay, I have a complaint. Maybe that's a bit too big.
Yes,
Yeah,
well,
hold up.
Just a
What
bit.
the fuck? That's like a horse, Dick.
That's like a long sword.
Yeah.
Which is about 6 or 7 inches in girth.
Excuse me.
Jesus Christ, that's like
That's
a
not even
baseball
horse anymore. That's
It's really a barge pole.
That's fucking elephant.
That's actually a barge pole.
bat.
Just surgically put on.
Her boyfriend did not really know because she never really wanted to tell him.
Really?
She did not really know if he liked the arse by her own dick, or if he wanted to suck hers or anything.
Christ.
Alright, you're next, Joseph.
Oh god, what if I can I redact my?
No.
No.
It's too late now,
I'm,
boy.
I'm
Too
redacting.
late.
Too late
Too
now.
late. You're too late. You're too
You
late.
said you signed
Oh.
up for it. That's what you signed up
Why
for.
did I do this?
Should have read the T's and C's. Don't just press accept. Right?
Yeah.
Oh no, I sold my data to the Koreans.
Yeah, you definitely have.
Alright.
That's for
Okay.
sure.
Alright, go on.
I can't take it seriously. Jesus Christ.
Just do it. I can't take it seriously.
It's not meant to be taken
Okay, here we go.
seriously.
Shall I just do it? Just really close to it. Sam then moans, pulling her pants and
This
panties
ASMR.
down to reveal her large
Shit
sexy
ASMR.
dick. She was horny, and she wanted to do something sexual now. She lied.
It could have been anything, though. Could have been anything. Just something.
She lies down on her boyfriend's back. On her boyfriend's back.
On his back.
I'm reading too far ahead. On
This
her
is a
back.
weird act. What's going on?
Can you stop? I'm trying to be serious here. on her boyfriend's bed, on her back, of course, and slides a few of her fingers into her pussy, fingering herself. She moans as her
Where's
dick.
Darren?
He's jacking off.
Can you stop distracting me? I need to get in the zone. I need to get in the zone here.
Darren's jacking off.
Jesus Christ.
I'm laughing.
Are you sure? Carry on, Joseph.
Fucking dying here.
I've lost where I was. Fingering
On the back.
herself.
Yeah.
She moans as her dick hardens and her vagina starts to get wet. She moans and flips
It's
up.
wider.
Is it me or has it got really humid in here?
Yeah. No, I've got to take my hoodie off.
I can't read this.
It's hotter than the fucking summer.
I mean, we do live in England. Summer's not that hot.
Oh, this summer was.
Yeah, fair enough.
Alright, carry on.
Yeah, she moans and flips onto her stomach and pushes her ass way up in the air, moaning as she comes into her fingers, her pussy giving immense pleasure from her. Just
Alright.
fingering herself.
Yeah.
She gasps and pants in pleasure. She makes her fingers go deeper into her. Then Sam takes one of her hands and puts it on her hand. Long
Hard.
dick. Oh, her heart.
Your dick's gone black.
Sorry, I'm getting a bit distracted by this.
Really?
Her hard, long dick. And start to
You
jerk
said
off.
stop when you got too explicit.
No, it's
I
fine.
think
It gets
I think
worse.
it started off too
No,
explicit.
it gets
Yeah.
worse. I've read
Yeah,
a little bit more.
that's why I'm worried.
Yeah, I've seen it gets worse.
Let Joseph carry on.
She puts it on her hard, long dick and starts to jerk off, using one hand to finger herself and the other to jerk off. with
Sounds
it.
like the dream.
She moans as she hears footsteps coming into the room.
I have to do accents now. Alright, Sam. You're alright, Sam, I am. James says.
Sam
Not
Malone.
finished.
Wait, I never said this.
Well, that's a lot more gonna happen.
Clearly you did, so I don't know.
But does not finish as he looks at her. Tail and arse in the air. One hand in a pum. With the arse. Shite. I spilled the Coca-Cola on my keyboard now.
Oh, it's fucking great.
I'm sure it's just Coca-Cola.
It's Jim, isn't it? Let's be honest. It's Jim.
Yeah, fucking hell, man.
We know what you're up to.
Well, I'm not alone. Darren's with me. So is Joseph because he's getting distracted. We're all getting a bit distracted, I think.
Yeah, a little bit.
All right. Anyway, with one hand covered in pussyfootiness, and the other one pre-cum all over it. Sam, this is great. I did not know that you were a beautiful worm. He shouts as he rushes over to her, his wolf tail wagging, and his
for God's sake.
dick getting on. Sam smiles and giggles, removing her hands from her genitalia as she pulls him into her, kissing him deeply.
I was afraid to tell you.
Wait, do it in a girl's accent.
Oh, God.
Cockney.
I
Cockney.
can't.
Just do it in a Cockney accent.
Oh, I was afraid to tell you.
Do it in Cockney.
Oh, I can't do it in Cockney.
Scottish.
Oh, no, I can't do it in Scottish. I was afraid to tell you. No, I gotta do it. It's whispering. Oh, shit.
Okay.
I can't whisper as a girl's voice. I'm just gonna read it normally. I was afraid to tell you.
Ah, you wee bastard.
she whispers, and then takes out a bottle of purple liquid. If you do not want to fuck a herm anymore, I can, and I will change into a girl without a pussy. If you'd like that too. James smiles and then nods, kissing her again, and then moves down her body towards her breasts. He lets one hand move towards her dick.
He lets one rip.
The other,
one gigantic part.
while the other one moves towards her other breast.
I love both. He mutters as he stuffs as much
I really can't I can't do this.
half nipple into his muscle. And he starts suckling on it as he jerks off her dick with one hand, and as he fondles and pinches her other nipple with the other, she moans, "Oh!" And she moves down with one hand to finger herself again and to jerk off his dick with the other. He bites her nipple and then moves down to a lower half, moving her fingers out of the way, and starts to eat her out. Sam screams out in pleasure, and her pussy starts coming all over his face. All over his face. That definitely wake him up in the morning. And his dick smiling. What?
Oh, it's got a face on it. That's not normal. Oh, interesting.
I don't know. He closes his eyes and then quickly grabs her head and forces it into his dick. And she sucks at it hard and long. He moans, and his dick gets fully hard and lets out pre-cum. Sam smiles. And then keeps on sucking, both hands going into her nipples. Sam pinches them.
Ooh.
Long and hard as her eyelids shudder in pleasure.
What was that?
James groans as he is against the wall. James thrusts his dick into her and moans as he throws his head back and howls, and he shoots wave and wave of his sperm into her. She moans and then gasps as she then comes in at the same time as he does. She then giggles and then thrusts her hands over her breast. And she starts to fondle them. She groans as her nipples start to leak milk. What the fuck? So she's pregnant.
Hell yeah. Immediately.
Oh, yes, please.
That was really quick.
James smiles and then still thrusting his still sperm shooting dick into her, starts licking it up.
Oh, God.
Okay, Joseph.
I can kind of imagine James doing that.
Excuse me.
Joseph.
You taste so good, Sam. I can't.
No, you're Cockney guy. You're Cockney guy.
Oh, Cockney guy. No, who's the? Oh, I'm so confused here. Which one's the?
Would you say you're confuzzled?
The herm is Sam.
He's very
Right.
confuzzled.
And James
You taste so good, Sam. I cannot believe you did not tell me before that you had two sets of genitals. a dick and a pussy. James pants into her ear. Sam giggles and then smiles as she looks at her dick, still hard. Then she looks at the potion.
You know what else would be better? She asks as she watches James her, letting her go get the potion. She grabs it and drinks it all, alcoholic, and smiles. Her pussy disappears.
What?
Does
What
it
the
vanish?
hell?
Does it shrink?
He just falls on the floor.
It just disassembles itself. What happens to the wound? Does it just like disintegrate?
Yeah. That also falls to the floor.
No, wait, but she got pregnant, right?
Did she get pregnant? Yeah.
Yeah. So what happens now?
I don't know. It's a good.
Well, she gave birth to a dick, didn't she?
She gave birth to a dick.
Already.
Anyway, and her breasts grow a tiny bit larger, and so does her dick. Both in length.
Okay. Right, so it's
Taking it
now
in
like
the arse.
19.
She smiles.
Oh, this is my bit again.
She forces. No, carry on.
Mm.
She smiles as she forces him down on his own bed, on his stomach. He pleasure. Oh, he gasps.
Pleasure.
And then looks at her, half scared and half confused. She laughs out loud, and she enters. Oh no, that's just rape. And then she thrusts really hard. He gasps and then yells out in pain and pleasure. His dick getting hot. He moans and starts to jerk off again. Alright, you got it. You got it.
Sam, you know how to pleasure me, he says, panting and saying each word in between thrusts. Sam smiles and then keeps grunting and thrusting. After a few minutes, she arches her back and moans, her dick shooting out wave after wave of beautiful wave of sperm into her boyfriend's
Turned
hand.
into zombies.
James arches
Wave
his back
25.
also, screaming in pain and glorious enjoyment. Oh yes! So much! he screams out as she finishes shooting sperm into his ass. He quickly turns onto his back and she pulls out of him and shoves her on the bed and squeezes her breasts together and starts fucking her breasts. He moans as he almost starts to come, and he comes all over her breasts. He pants as he pinches her nipples and then giggles. They look like huge breast cupcakes. They both pant and laugh.
Thank you, Sam, me old China. James says to her. And she smiles and nods. She thanks him, then gets back up and heads for the shower. She motions for him to wait, and they both was off to come. Both is off to come. It's like we were both off the alcohol that they sprayed on each other's body. Sam smiles at him and starts changing into her clothes. James does the same, and he looks at her, half smiling and half sad. Sam her head to the side and half grins.
I love you too, and thanks for letting me fuck you, she says in response. I loved your cum on my breasts, my nipples, and I loved having my dick inside of you and everything you did to me. She laughs.
It's the end. Please say this.
I want you to try and whoa, I can't. No. I'm not saying that.
Okay,
Keep going.
No. She says, "I want you to try and rape me."
No. Fuck that. No.
Make it real. Use the dog. Gag me.
Forget Bill Cosby.
This is taking a weird turn.
It wasn't weird in the first place.
Well, it's taking a different turn from the start, hasn't it?
Whoa, hold up.
Yeah, I see the bottom.
What the fuck is this shit? Hold on. No.
Keep going.
No.
Yeah, keep on going.
Yeah, keep going.
Don't worry, Sam.
Oh, I can't. I've lost where I am.
Just do Danny Dyer. Just think of Danny Dyer and what he would do.
Danny Dyer's dangerous, diabolical dogs with
Furries.
Alright,
With
we've done the
furries.
first story.
Don't worry, Sam. I can do it. I can do it. Don't. No, this is the girl, isn't it? I'm so confused.
No, it's the bloke.
Well, they're both fucking blokes, aren't they? Do not worry, Sam. I will fuck you more than you ever want me to. I'll make sure that
That sounds a bit.
Well, I cuddle you at least once a month. If not once a week, I will make sure something that gives you immense dick growth and breast growth. I make you orgasm so badly it's not even funny. It's not even funny. He laughs and follows
It's
her
not
out.
even funny. Well, yeah, it isn't funny.
Her outside on his lawn. I'll make sure you have something shoved up your ass and your pussy. And
Wait, but her pussy disappeared.
I will make sure that you have as much sperm inside.
Yeah, where'd it go?
That you are sick of it. They both laugh, and James and Sam both say, "I will find something to make you have a hard on for the rest of your life."
Oh, that sounds annoying.
Don't worry, you will
Well, I
have
could
sperm
ask that.
flowing and as hard as hell, and a hard as hell, thick and long dick. They finally say. Sam walks home. Right.
What an amazing.
You see that
story.
whole? How long have we been recording for?
That was
Too
a
long.
thrilling tale.
No, how long? How long has it been recording for?
Oh, we
I can
can't
check.
tell.
Next
Okay.
story.
You
Next
can't
story.
tell. No, hold on. Just how about you just delete all of that we've just done and start
It's
again?
been recording since 9:45.
Okay, well just delete all that, please. Thanks. Just expunge all of that. Thanks.
Who's next?
You.
Me. Well, if I'm going next, we need to set the mood.
Great.
What are you gonna do?
I'm
He's
setting the
gonna put
mood.
a bot in, isn't he?
Alright, Shane Dawson.
Jesus Christ, yeah.
It's gonna be a bit loud though, isn't it?
Nice.
No, because he's got
Spooky.
separate tracks.
Can we
Yeah,
turn it
but
down?
yeah, sure.
Okay, so this story is called Furry Collar, and it is a scary urban legend about two girls named Julia and Geraldine who are having a sleepover.
Julia.
Okay, for the sake of the story, Julia is now Juliet.
Alright, go Control F and change it. Or no. No, you can't. You need to download the whole bit.
Okay, let's begin. Juliet and Geraldine were best friends, but they had very different
No,
personalities.
Juliet and Bernadette.
No,
Bernadette,
it's
yeah.
Juliet and Geraldine.
Bernadette.
Juliet was brave and fearless, while Geraldine was shy and frightened of everything. It was Halloween night, and the girls were having a sleepover at Geraldine's house because her parents were out of town. In fact, every time Geraldine's parents went out of town, they had a sleepover because Geraldine was nervous about sleeping alone in the house, even though she knew there was nothing to be afraid of.
This music's actually pretty creepy.
It was a
Yeah,
big...
it's really good. I like this.
I should loop it in case it's not long enough.
It just starts playing, you know, like really funny, happy music, and
It was
I'm
a big,
hard.
gloomy house set way back from the road. When Julia arrived and rang the doorbell, Geraldine answered the door and ushered her inside. The girls changed into their nighties. Julia was wearing a beautiful silk nightgown. It was blood red and had a furry collar. Geraldine thought it was gorgeous and wished she had such a beautiful nightgown. The girls made some popcorn and sat her down on the sofa to watch a scary movie. When it was over, Julia was tired and Geraldine was a bit scared, so they decided to turn off the TV and go to bed. As they walked up the stairs, they got the strangest
Juliet
feeling.
ain't walking.
They got the
She wheeled
strangest
up the
feeling
stairs.
that something was
She
following
jumped
them.
up the stairs.
It says they ran upstairs, but you know, they stumped upstairs
Yeah.
and slammed the bedroom door. Then they laughed at each other for being so silly. It was shortly after midnight, and the two girls were lying in bed, chatting. All of a sudden, they heard a faint noise from down below. It sounded like something was moving around down there. Scritch, scritch, scritch. They stopped talking and looked at each other, wide-eyed. There was an uneasy silence. Then they heard the noise again. It sounded like fingers scraping down the chalkboard. Scritch, scritch, scritch. Juliet sat up in bed, listening intently. Geraldine hid her head under the covers. "It's only a cat," Juliet whispered. "I'm going down to see." "Don't," Geraldine begged. "Please don't leave me, Juliet." "Don't be so childish," Juliet snapped. "Whenever anything fun happens, you get the shivers down your spine." "Please," Geraldine whined. "If you're so frightened, I'll lock the door from the outside and take the key with me," Juliet assured her. "That way, no one can get in. I hope it's a burglar. I'll give him the fright of his life."
No Jeremy Kyle there.
Juliet got out of bed and felt her way to the door in the darkness. She slipped out into the hallway and quietly closed the door behind her. Geraldine listened as she turned the key in the lock. She heard Juliet's soft footsteps going down the stairs.
Oh, really?
Then she heard the noise again. It sounded like a knife being sharpened. Scritch, scritch, scritch. Geraldine lay there in the darkness, with the bedclothes over her head. She was sick with fear and trying to be as quiet as a mouse. All she could hear was the very stillness of the house. She wanted to call out Juliet's name, but she didn't dare. Geraldine waited for what seemed like an eternity. After a long silence, she heard the noise again. It seemed to be moving now, coming up the stairs, getting louder and louder. Scritch, scritch, scritch. Then it stopped. Geraldine thought she heard someone standing on the other side of the door. Scritch, scritch, scritch. She heard the key turn in the lock, and the door creaked open. "Juliet," she asked. "Juliet, is that you?" She couldn't see a thing in the darkness. She couldn't see a thing in the darkness, so she reached out with both hands. She reached out and felt a soft silk nightgown. Then, Geraldine reached up higher, and to her relief, she felt the furry collar. It must be Julia, she thought. But when she reached higher again, she felt something wet and warm.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah.
There was nothing there. Nothing but a bloody stump where her friend's head had once been.
Yeah.
Early the next morning, when Geraldine's mother and father returned home, they were shocked by what they found. Inside the front door, there was a large pool of blood, and a trail of blood drops led upstairs. The frantic parents rushed upstairs, following the trail of blood that led to their daughter's room. When they opened the door, the poor couple stood there appalled at the loathsome sight that met their eyes. Julia's headless body was stretched out on the floor. They found Geraldine hiding in the closet. Her hair had gone white, and she was babbling like a lunatic. She had gone completely insane. Later that day, the police found a confused man wandering around the countryside. He was dressed in a white hospital gown, and he had blood all over him. In his hand, he was clutching a bloody knife. It turned out that he was a homicidal lunatic, and just the night before, he had escaped from the local insane asylum. Ironically, it was the very same insane asylum where Geraldine would spend the rest of her life. The end.
Colour prejudice. Me, I'm colour prejudice. Colour prejudice. Me, I'm colour prejudice. Openly download kiddie porn. Kiddie porn. Kiddie porn. Openly download kiddie porn.
Oh, have you know?
Yeah.
Juliet
What should we do?
could actually get her head cut off. It was her legs.
She actually became an
Her
amputee.
legs got cut off. This is her origins.
It was
Juliet,
the
a Star Wars story.
and it was, and her getting her legs. That story was basically like a metaphor for her diabetes. The diabetes cut her legs off.
Right.
Diabetes came and got her back to hospital. See, that's how it all
Oh.
started.
There you go.
It was a hospital. But it was all self-inflicted. Julia, what a fucking waste of a pair of good tits.
Jesus Christ, man.
Right, who's next?
You.
Oh, yeah. Alright. Hang on. Let me just put this back on. Right, with my one, it's called Ghost Bro. You guys ready?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sitting comfortably.
Yeah.
Got my arse cheeks firmly down.
Okay, Ghost Bro. My house was built in 1904. It is a single-family home, wood frame setting on a concrete block foundation. I've been living here for about 12 years. Of all the weird things that my siblings and me have seen or heard in this house, this one event is my favourite. This happened to my brother. About 10 years ago, my brother and his best friends had started a garage band playing mostly Spanish rock, alternative music, but in Spanish.
Just if you need a clarification.
We really needed to know that.
Just in case you thought it was in German.
Yeah.
His friends could only get together on Sunday afternoons. They'd practice into the early evening, and they would usually call it quits by 8 p.m. This was the time I usually showed up and went to bed, because I worked the graveyard shift. This happened in late fall, so the days were getting shorter. They just finished a long session when the decision to head to someone else's house came about. My brother handed his car keys to his buddy so they could load up the equipment. Everyone had filed out of the basement, but the tricky part was that they needed to walk all the way to the back of the basement, up the back stairs, through the kitchen doorway, down the hall, into the living room, and out into the front porch.
It's a very long house.
Get on with the fucking thing. Why do we need to know all this stuff?
Everyone was outside.
Oh, and he bought a chair from IKEA. 4 days ago, he put it together, but he lost a screw. So he had to go back, and he had to go get another screw. And then he stole all the pencils. And then, who cares?
Right. Everyone was outside, sitting in my brother's truck, waiting for him. My brother was walking up the back stairs when he remembered that he had left his pancakes in a go-to container.
Wow.
Where did the pancakes come from? So they said all this stuff, but they mentioned no pancakes ever.
He left his pancakes in a to-go container sitting on a speaker in the basement. He made the decision to go back. Now, the basement is not clean. With full site lights, there had been partitions made, and the boiler and main heating unit are right smack in the middle. So after my brother walks back, he's about to retrieve his food container when out of the corner of his eye, he sees it. It is a shadowy figure, right at his peripheral vision. His feeling of dread and uneasiness washed over my brother. We had been told that if you were in the presence of a spirit or ghost, and you felt a bad vibe, to say a quick prayer or to cuss at it. My brother chose the latter. He basically just told it, "Hey, fuck you, I don't have time for this shit." My brother started to walk to the back of the basement and briskly up the stairs, closing doors and turning off lights as he was walking out. The last light switch is on the opposite side of the front door. Luckily the door was open and light from the street lamp was flooding the living room with its amber light. My brother said he felt something in his back, but at no point did he turn around. As he flicked the last switch, the living room went dark, as did the rest of the house. As he stepped out, he pulled on the door, closing it behind him. Still holding his food container in one hand, he jogged down the few porch steps. He walked towards the front gate. Our house resides far from the main street, essentially having a large front yard but no rear garage. As he closed the gap between himself and his friend-laden truck, he kind of smiled and thought things over in his head, mad at himself for spooking out when there was no reason. He climbed into the driver's side of the truck, putting on a seatbelt and getting ready to pull out of the parking spot directly in front of the house. When one of his friends asked, "Hey, what about your brother? Isn't he coming with us?" My brother answered, "What do you mean? Went to work early tonight. He's already gone. Do you see his car anywhere?" The next question they asked, "So then who was walking behind you when you were leaving the house?" That's it. This is the end.
What? No money? Here,
Oh, what a cliffhanger.
All we heard was him taking pancakes from a speaker. What a story.
I'm fuming.
What a
I don't know about you guys, but I'm fuming.
I'll be honest, I didn't read the ending of that, so I didn't know it was going to be so shit.
Oh, that was awful. That was so bad.
Yeah. All good tits.
That describing the hallways and stuff was such a pointless
Oi.
task.
This is the start of a good writer.
I found another one, by the way, I think might be better.
Doubt
If
it.
you want.
Yeah, what are you talking about? That one was sick.
Yes, can't get better than that.
Yeah, the pancakes were the most scariest thing in the story.
I know, how could a man leave his pancakes behind?
Alright.
on speakers as well.
Alright, so
Unheard
now-
of.
Let me find a story. Spooky story.
You want me to read my one as you're finding one?
Yeah, read it as final one.
Yeah.
Alright. It's called The Princess.
Mm.
Oh, man, we need some music for this.
Find another one.
Yeah, can't just keep playing the same one.
Well, you posted it. You find one.
Fuck that.
Right. How did the princess take control of our message board, if only for a few seconds? It didn't make any sense. A message board wasn't a video game. A message board pulled all its information from the internet. The princess was already inhabiting a game at the same time. All the rules we thought we knew, or the things we thought kept us safe, had failed us. Could she have done this at any time? Could she do it again? Were there any real limits to what she was capable of? We looked through all the data we collected. We tried to find some common thread we'd been missing. There must have been some way we could have known. There had to be more answers than what we were seeing. And there were. We finally realized the truth. It was so obvious. The princess had been on our message board the whole time. She was on every page. She was on every forum list. She'd been staring at us, watching us for years, and we never even saw it. She was the banner at the top of the forum. She was every screenshot we posted, every video we'd uploaded, every piece of fan art we'd drawn. Every image of her is her. Every image of her, when observed, gives her powers. She's not a ghost. She's not a computer virus. She's an idea. Living fiction. She lives off our observation and thoughts of her. When we all watched that stream, banded together and gave her all of our attention, all at once, we had made her more powerful than she'd ever been before. We'd made her strong enough to manifest through the images we'd posted on our message board, speak directly to us. We took down all the images. From what we speculate, it's enough to simply never look at them again. But we deleted them all just to be certain. However, it may already be too late for us. I've been losing contact with other members of the society. I can't tell if something's happened to them or if they've simply gone into hiding. But at this point, only a fool wouldn't consider the worst case scenario. I'm not completely heartless. I know she's fighting for her survival now. For her, being forgotten is death. She does what she does in the hopes of keeping her memory alive. To that end, perhaps me telling her story to the world is a small act of mercy. Maybe the thoughts I've lent her will ease her pain somewhat. I don't know, but either way, that isn't why I wrote all this. What I've told you could put you in great danger, but it could also save your life. You're a target now, and in the months and years ahead, she may well come for you. But I've also given you all the knowledge you need to keep yourself safe. Do not try to fight her. Do not try to talk to her. Do not try to outsmart or trap her. Don't investigate. Don't try to understand. Don't try to be a hero. Don't try to be her savior. It's my sincere hope that I've given you all the answers you want, so you won't make our mistake and try to investigate further. There's one and only one thing you need to do to be safe. If you see her, turn off the game.
I am fucking raging! I am fucking raging! And now I am fucking raging! I am fucking raging! I am fucking raging! And now I am fucking raging!
That was alright.
Do you know what? I've got one last story, but let me get a cigarette. I'll
Smoking's
be
bad
back
for
in a
you.
second.
Oh, fuck.
We don't endorse smoking.
At all.
But if you are, we're sponsored by Marlboro.
Sponsored by Lucky Strike Cigarettes.
We're sponsored by Amber Leaf.
And Belief, of course. Yeah.
Alright.
When there isn't enough, when you don't have enough.
When you need a cig, go for Amber Leaf.
Everyone keep the music going. Post it one more time.
Alright.
No.
Cheers. Because this is a really scary story. I have to read. Cheers. Alright. I don't. Alright. This is called Claire's story.
Who the fuck's Claire?
Well, we'll find out in a minute.
Who the fuck is Claire?
It's Claire from Claire's.
Who that bitch?
Who the fuck is that? Are you cheating on me?
I think this would be a very good Halloween story.
Okay.
Honestly, we've got not much to beat.
I had a lump on my neck for several weeks, and I thought it was either tonsillitis or swollen gland or something. It was actually my birthday, and I'd been planning to put my makeup on. Looking at my face in the mirror, I noticed the lump was very pronounced. It was then I kind of thought, oh, maybe it's time to get that lump checked out. Cancer was the last thing on my mind. Right up to going to cancer.
Sponsored by Amber Lee.
Because I didn't actually know it was a cancer clinic I was going to. I naively still thought I may have to get my tonsils out. I never got. It didn't cross my mind. I didn't know there was a lump at the base of my tongue until they did a CT scan. So this lump here was a secondary sign there was two. It's funny
It's
because
like the fucking pancake story. Man.
once the doctor told me, hang on, once the doctor told me to diagnose it, I wasn't scared anymore. I think not knowing is worse. I think there's a fear of the unknown. Once I knew, I said, okay, what are we going to do about it? As soon as I was diagnosed, Liz, the Macmillan nurse, put me straight onto the bed, or one of the beds. That is a means tested. So that was quite good. That's been put in place for us, which helps a lot. Liz literally gave me the paperwork to sign. She put all the details in, got all the doctors to write what they needed to, and that was it. For me to come and live in Cambridgeshire, and straight away from my diagnosis having a Macmillan there, I thought it was just unbelievable. And there was a Macmillan nurse there every step of the way. I feel very lucky to have had such support. It's priceless what Macmillan means to us. I don't know anywhere
Fucking
else.
advert for Macmillan.
I don't know anywhere else that we would get that support that we're getting. I don't know anywhere else I could have someone at my back and call, someone that can help out, sort of finance out, and help sort my family out. Sadly, Claire died in February 2015. We'd like to thank her family for allowing us to continue sharing her story. So others can benefit from Macmillan's support. And that was macmillan.org.uk.
For God's sake.
So, I'm confused here.
Sponsored by Amber Lee, guys.
Is this supposed to be a real thing, or is this?
It's a cancer story.
It's a real thing.
So where did you find this?
On macmillan.org.
Why is it a creepypasta then? That's not a creepypasta.
It's not creepypasta.
It's not a creepypasta.
Well, it's fucking cancer.
But that's like real life. That's not creepy. You know?
Yes, it fucking is. Cancer creeped up on her, didn't it? She died.
Wow. She got it from
Wasn't it a spooky story?
That is spooky. She's gonna come back and haunt us.
Sponsored by Amber Leaf.
Sponsored by Uwu. Sponsored by Booper.
Booper.
Sponsored by the NHS.
Sponsored by Jeremy Kyle.
Sponsored by your mum.
Sponsored by
Sponsored by Juliet.
Yes, please.
For all your raging.
That was a very good spooky story.
Yeah.
That's getting cut.
Fantastic.
No, it's fucking not.
Yeah,
That
that
has to get cut.
No, it's fucking not.
Fix it in post.
Fix it.
That
Fix it in
genuinely
post.
has to get
Fix
cut.
it.
See, I agree with Darren. Fix it in post.
What, by cutting it out? Yeah,
What's
sure.
what's the fix?
No. Yeah, you just cut
Everything.
the cancer.
The fucking whole thing. Just delete it.
No,
The
no,
whole-
you don't need to cut
Everything
it
we've
out.
recorded.
You don't need to cut it
Good
out.
enough.
You don't need to cut it out. You just bleep
cut
out
everything
cancer.
out except the pancake
And
stores.
just, okay, I'll add a track. Diabetes. Now you can put that on top of it.
Diabetes.
And instead of lump, high blood pressure. See? It's sorted now. And instead of Claire, Juliet. So there we go. Now you can edit it and put Juliet there. And put diabetes.
Diabetes.
And you can put high blood pressure. There we go. That's all that needs to be fixed. We don't need to put Claire's story in. And Macmillan's, the
Super.
GP.
Great Paul.
Oh.
GP.
Yo, folks, GP coming at you.
GP coming in, yeah.
Whoa, hold up.
I want to go visit him in his bus.
I'm gonna go visit him in school.
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah.
We're all actors. We're not actually saying. We're not
Yes.
real.
100%.
We don't exist.
We're only acting.